made them fall asleep right there and take a nap under the tree.
One, two, three.
The antelope, that's right. Well, the antelope, he came forward and he bowed. And he sang his song. I am the smartest. I am the smartest. I shall be your king. I shall be your king. He used those long antlers and he picked up the spear. He tossed it in the sky, and then he did the most amazing thing. He counted 5, 10, and bowed.
All right. Well, tonight's program is about the whole family reading together, because it can be a lot of fun. And when you read together, there's some special tips I have for parents, and we're going to try some of them out tonight. The best part of reading, and the most important part, is you got to choose a fun book. And to find fun books, you can talk to the librarian at your library, or your teachers can suggest something that might be special. And parents, if you're going to read to your kids, you've got some homework to do first. You need to practice reading it before you share it with your child. And kids, if you're going to read a book to your parents, you need to practice first too, okay?
That's what he did. He stretched out on the desk and took a nap. And while he was sleeping, he had a beautiful dream. The window was open just a little bit behind him. And when he opened his eyes, he could feel the breeze. And he saw a beautiful girl in a green dress with long dark hair and big brown eyes and ruby red lips standing right in front of him. She was the most beautiful girl he'd ever seen. And she had on a green dress, green like the leaves on trees when the wind blew it this way. And when the wind blew it this way, it looked like grass. And when it just stood still, it was like emeralds. A beautiful dress on a beautiful girl. And he thought, I'd really like to meet her. But she didn't look so friendly that night. Instead, she was crying. And she reached out her hand to him. And just as their fingers were about to touch, she said, help me, help me. And he noticed tears were coming down her face.
So these people took their dreams and their belongings. They packed them up and they went on a train. They took the train usually from Tennessee or Kentucky and they went up to Cincinnati. And then that was about an 80-mile ride. Now from Cincinnati they had to get all the way across to Kansas. Now that was, well, I've been told, it's just about 900 miles. It took 3 days by train. They'd never been, for the most part, out of their own villages or towns. So this was a great adventure. And they hadn't really seen pictures of what they were going to. Only flyers like this one saying, "Ho for Kansas!" Flyers that Pat Singleton got, he had them printed up off of his meager salary as a carpenter. The man couldn't even read and write. He had to have somebody else write them and run them off. But he passed them out because he believed we could have something better. Well, those folks took that ride. 80 miles north, about 900 miles west, and then they landed in a place called Ellis, Kansas. It was a small outpost. A lot of trading was done there, but no city by any of our modern standards. And that was the end of civilization as they knew it. Give yourselves a hand! We're ready to do our first story, I think. Right. Now, the first story, I can't do it unless you guess the animal who is the main character in the story. It's a small animal who would fit in my hands like this. Who do you think? You got it. Ladybug was a little bitty animal. I'll take the mouse. This is a story called The Mouse Who Could Bark. Usually it is, but not in my story. So, I need to show you another signal. This one. When you see this signal, I need to hear the fiercest, meanest dog barking, growling sound you can ever make. Let's hear it. Let me hear it, everybody.